Okay, words fail me. To be honest, I've been pacing back and forth in this beautiful um, piece of nature up here. I've been pacing back and forth trying to think how to describe this trip to you guys. And I am finding, to my embarrassment, I cannot find the words. Okay, I'm an English teacher. I should have plenty of words in my head, plenty of adjectives to describe this trip to Morocco that's coming up November 14 to 24. Um, Adjectives that haven't been used, because I know a lot of people we tend to throw out and recycle the same words all the time. And so let me see if something creative comes to me. Okay, let me just tell you about the experience last year. Why don't I do that? Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll use words that have been expressed through other people's experience to describe what they have to say about the trip. So last year, let me just give you a little bit of backstory. Last September, I took my first group, okay? Now, if you saw the previous video, my 7-minute long one, Introduction to Journey Beyond Destination, you will know the history and how that came to be. How it went from a hobby to now my full-time new career. And if you haven't, well, go back and watch it, as they love to say on YouTube. So last year, I organized a trip for a group of friends. I only knew one of the gals on that group. She actually reached out to me, I think if I remember correctly, because she thought that I still lived in Morocco. And she came through another very dear friend of mine, his niece. And I said, I don't live there anymore, but I have to go back at some point. And it ended up being that I organized a trip for her and for her and her husband, and another couple and another friend of theirs. So there were 5 of them in total. Oh my goodness. So it was my first time organizing for other people who I didn't know and a group. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous, but I thought, you know what, they're super cool people. And so I put this thing together, heart and soul. I just threw myself in it. I was so excited, and I thought, okay, this is kind of like, for me in my head, this is my launch, right? To see if I can really do this. I'll tell you what. So the preparations were going. Things, hotels. We don't stay in hotels, by the way. Accommodations, we stay in nice places. Not that hotels aren't nice, but unique, original, amazing, fantastic spaces, small, intimate. So the plans were going, and then the day came. We all met there in Marrakesh. My friend Linda, who you also heard me talk about, she came as well, and we rented a car and off we went. It was such a fantastic trip. So now I don't remember their exact words. I have them in my heart, but I don't have them in my head. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste quotes of their exact quotes, the reviews that they left on my booking page. I'm going to share that in the comments so you can, and with the link, so you can go and read it for yourself. But let's see, best trip ever, the most amazing journey, unbelievable experiences. Yeah, so those are just a few. Those are just a few things. But so this trip in November that's coming up, can I just say, I know when I started planning it, I thought there's no way I can top the trip that we had last September. It was so special. And of course, part of it, okay, trips, we know, trips are all about the people we go with, because we're tripping, in a good way, high on life type of a way. We're tripping, we're having a good time, and it's all about the company. It truly is. But aside from the company, it's all about those unexpected experiences, those things. Even as best as I can possibly plan, there's always a moment or 2 or 3 that just captures you, because it's so unexpected. It's so, you couldn't have planned it. Things like that. So a lot of that happened, and I was thinking, when I was planning this trip this year in November, I thought, how can I ever top that? That was so magical. And as I started to plan, I had some new ideas, and I had some different experiences that I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to include this as well. And you know what? Guys from last year, guys from September 2023 Morocco bucket list trip, I think I'm topping it. I don't know if anybody can top you guys. You guys are awesome. But this trip, okay, highlights. Highlights of this trip. Well, first of all, it's completely focused on music. We had a lot of music last year, but this year I did it deliberately for music lovers, musicians, people who love deep roots, traditional music. So we're going to have a lot of one-on-one, completely private and exclusive shows, concerts with amazing, incredible musicians. Um, you're gonna have to check the comments for more details on that for sure. I'll put links down there because there's so much, and I'll share also videos of the bands and the music and the people that we're going to meet. A highlight, I'm almost afraid to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because it's like a huge focal point. So we're going to go down to the Sahara, right? From Marrakesh, we're going to go down to the desert. And by the way, I don't go to Merzouga. If you guys have been to Morocco and you know a little bit about the desert options there, I don't ever go to Merzouga because it's crowded, overcrowded. I always go to Ergshigaga, okay? I go to that part. So this trip, I have booked an astronomer to join us in the Sahara the night that we sleep out in the desert with his telescope, okay? A professional astronomer with his telescope. He's going to be joining us in the dunes at night. I have never seen the night sky through a telescope, I have to confess. I don't know. I don't know where I've been. I don't know why that's a fact, but it is a fact. Those of you who have, I think you're really quite lucky. So, okay, there, I said it. I said it. And it's a huge part of the trip, and it's a huge part of the budget of the trip. And I have to tell you this little story, little background story. Somebody looked at my budget for this trip, somebody that I was paying to help me and advise me on how I could market and sell this trip. And they saw how much the astronomer was costing. They said, oh, that's way too much. That's way too much. It's too big of an expense. You know, why don't you have him another time? Or he's going to cut into your profits. And I'm like, what? What profits? I mean, yeah, I'm going to make a profit, but you know what? This is like the highlight. This is it. And it's not about the money. It's about the experience at the end of the day. Okay, so it cuts a little bit into my profit. But let me tell you, that's just going to be incredible. So there you have it. It's kind of transparent. Maybe it's TMI. I don't know, but whatever. This is who I am. And I hope that you're inspired, at least by what I say. If nothing else, your curiosity has been piqued, and you're going to scroll down, or wherever it is you're watching this, you're going to look for the links and look for the comments and read some more. And I really, really, really do hope that you're inspired to come on this trip in November, find a way, make a way, get everything out of the way, and just join me. All right. So somewhere along there in the comments and things, you will find how to get in touch with me, how to get more information about this trip. Ooh, rambling. I've hit the 8-minute mark. Okay, it might be time to wrap it up. So that's it. I'll leave you with that, and leave you with my trip. You know, I've been pacing, walking up and down, talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with me for this long. And I can't promise you that the future ones will be shorter. I don't know. But again, this is me. All right, so wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the time that that you have for this day. And I look forward to, I was going to say look forward to seeing you, but I won't be seeing you. So I look forward to being seen and heard and meeting you. Yes, meeting you. I do look forward to comments as well. Okay, going on 9. And she's off again. Let's see if the remote control works this time. Bye. Nope. I have to fix that.